it's Becky here with The Creator in Me. I'm just wanting to get on and share this amazing concrete wall. I love it. It's beautiful, warm, lots of texture. And I'm just gonna show you the process of how we did it, the mistakes that we did make, because we made some insecurities you might have while doing a project like this, because it's a little bit different. But I just wanted to share the how-to with you, and also I'd love for you to stick around till the end of the video, because I kind of made a few changes to our living room and added a little bit of greenery. I added more pom-poms and tassels and a blanket. So I can't wait to share those things with you. So stay tuned. So I'm starting off here with cleaning the walls down, and I do get our tape gun out to prep baseboards and protect them from me, because I'm sure to make quite the mess. My husband kindly brought me our platform out so that I can get to those high points, and unfortunately, I quickly realized that I'm a shorty and I can't reach up there because my ceilings are 9 feet, and we needed to get out the 4-foot ladder, because the 4-foot ladder plus me meant that I could reach the top. So I'm just taping off the perimeter of this long wall next to the wood burner. I wasn't sure how far I wanted to take the concrete yet. This is one of those projects that can't be undone. So I wanted to just make sure I didn't want to wrap that concrete around that shorter back wall where our wood rack goes. You can see our wood rack here, full of beautiful wood. My boys did that for us. And actually, while I'm recording this now, we've already burned through that whole rack. It's kind of crazy. So here we're spreading this first bit of concrete on there. My husband and I are teamed up, and he kindly helped me with this project. He mixed the concrete for me while I was applying it. I apologize that the ladder is right in the way of me starting this process. It was just working that concrete onto the wall and trying not to get it too thick where there were high peaks or it was too heavy, and trying not to have it too thin where we were seeing our wall texture coming through the concrete. So it was a little bit of a, trial and error. I do believe that you can overwork this product. I did long strokes, and I was like spreading that concrete all through over the wall just to get it on and not have, it too thick and things like that. So I really overworked the concrete. That was my big error. And you're going to see that in the finished product of this first coat. No long strokes. When you are working with this Ardex Feather Finish, small strokes is the way to go. My husband kindly chipped in here because I think it was a painful thing to watch me just working that concrete with the 6-inch trowel. He got a wider trowel and was putting them on faster. At first, we weren't quite sure how quick the concrete was going to set. Like it would be more like a hydraulic cement, but it really gave us a lot of time to work the concrete to a fault. Actually, it took about 4 to 6 hours, I'd say, for it to fully cure, and we let it sit overnight, even obviously to let it dry completely before we did any sanding or anything like that. So we are just getting this first coat on the wall, and through this whole process, I kept thinking, did I get a dyed lot of concrete? Why is this so dark? Why isn't this curing yet? I was just a little bit concerned I made the wrong choice, and so I was doubting myself, and I heard you need to trust the process, but in this moment, I had a lot of doubt. I was cleaning up here thinking, man, I'm ready for this to dry. I'm ready to see what the outcome will be. And it just took time. It took longer than we thought. I'm cleaning the edges of the wall here with a wet rag. A wet rag was an easy cleanup tool. The wall is starting to dry here, and you can see the long lines left from the strokes of the trowel. I didn't realize that the movement of my trowel would affect that dried finished look of the concrete. There wasn't even really height differences in some of the areas that you saw the streaking, but those long movements of the trowel just created long lines on the first coat. And honestly, I do believe it's best to work the concrete in shorter, maybe X pattern type movements. So this is the beginning curing process, as you can see. You guys like it?
No.
You don't like it? So before this wall even fully cured, I had already decided that I wanted that back wall concreted also. I really wanted this to have a fireplace type look and kind of have it, this whole corner, just look like one separate entity in the living room. It just didn't seem right without it concreted also. So I went ahead and just got it done. Didn't even think to turn on the camera. I'm like feeling ambitious. So that back wall in this video is concreted, and I'm going back over the first wall to give it that short X pattern to kind of cover up those lines. And overall, I really think that it helped do the trick. And I'm shaking my fist like, I hope this works. I hope it looks cohesive. I hope it has that finished look I'm going for. So you could see the patchy, it's really patchy right now, and that main wall was so wet, or that small wall was still so wet. I was just praying they would dry the same, have the same coloring. And overall, I really do think it looks as if it was done at the same time. I did have this right side of the long wall sanded. You could see how much that sanding lightens the overall look. It knocks down those subtle peaks that might form while working the concrete. Sanding is just the way to go. So I am here just trying to get everything sanded. It's awfully messy to get this part done, but it does make everything soft and it gives it a nice lighter cohesive look. We had bought a 10-pound bag of the Ardex Feather Finish. It costs around $30 to $35. I do still have about a quarter of the bag left after finishing this project, so it was just a great investment for the type of impact it gives. We are finishing off this job by installing a light fixture. I found one from Lowe's. I do have these other light fixtures in mind. I feel they would have more of an industrial or just a nicer look, but this one had a little switch toggle on the top, and we have this out power source hardwired, so it has to have its own switch, so it's kind of limiting me in what I'm buying for the space. This corner of the living room has honestly been a dark little corner until now, so I like having a light here. It also exposes the texture that the concrete had left, and it just makes it look amazing. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other side of the living space where I had gotten our 6-foot fiddly fig. I really liked my blanket ladder and everything I had going on here, but honestly, I just didn't probably need all of that textile action going on, having the ladder full of blankets and the basket full of pillows. So I'm just going to combine the two. I haven't fully worked that out, so I just kind of tossed stuff in a basket. Now I'm just trying to get the tree to a height that I might like it at. I don't have moss or anything for it yet. I'm just feeling it out, and I do love the look of this fiddle leaf. I think it looks really authentic. I actually had to go collect my pillows from the kids' room. They had a sleepover and did a big fort and stuff in the bedroom, so they had every single pillow in the house in there. So I was trying to kind of put things together, but I'm wanting to throw out an idea here. If you were to consider looking at Julie's Design and Signs, she took an old tree from a thrift store and made it look like a newer, modern tree for your living space. It's always an option. I'm just going to give you a final glimpse, not a glimpse, of the space, get a good overall view of the changes made. Unfortunately, I didn't get that top grate done above the wood rack. it was just something I couldn't spray paint and get it to look the same as the feather finish, so I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna solve that problem yet. But I'm loving the fiddly fig in the corner. I feel like it simplifies the space even more. We still have our blankets and pillows in the basket, but it was able to just add a little freshness to the space, and greenery always makes your space feel more fresh and like alive. I don't know how to explain that, but anyway, I did get a pillow, some new pillows and that new blanket thrown on the ottoman, and I'm just really enjoying these changes. It felt like it was a long time coming. This was a few week project that we did over and above our day-to-day, and I'm just so glad it's done.